Hello, welcome back. My name is Ron, and today I want to talk to you about what do you do when people start blaming you. Now, this was inspired by a video that another person made that's called How to Get Out of Being a Scapegoat. And I think you got to know about people blaming you. It comes in different forms, but there's usually only a couple reasons for it. First off, they just don't want to take the blame themselves. They can't, handle it. Their image is set up so that, they're blameless. They can't take any responsibility for their own actions. So they rather blame other people. And depending on how manipulative practice these people are, they can be very efficient in making you believe that it's your fault for something. Now, whenever someone blames me in the past, I took it kind of personal. I got pissed off and I was like, what the hell are they blaming me for? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? Blah, 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 on and on. But what that does is feed into a victim mentality, and you really want to avoid that at all costs, including if you got to do whatever you got to do not to be a victim. And of course, don't go around like hurting anyone physically, because that's against the law, and you don't want to face those kind of repercussions. But so a long time later, now it's like, what happens when people blame me now? The first thing I do is I say, "You're welcome." Yeah, you should see how pissed off they get, and and I'm getting more comfortable pissing people off who think they're gonna walk all over me. And sometimes I don't do it intentionally. Sometimes I do. They throw nonsense at me. I wrap it up in a nice bow tie for them and send it right back at them. Because if they're trying to get me to feel a certain way, and I don't want to feel that way, I'll just be like, okay, you're welcome. Next time I'll give you a bigger present, even if I had nothing to do with whatever they're blaming me for. Now, sometimes I am, responsible for certain things, maybe intentionally, maybe not intentionally, and I have to pause for a second and think, is there any merit to what they're saying? Are they actually telling me the truth, or are they just trying to scapegoat me? And if someone is actually legitimately telling me the truth, then even if I had rejected it at first, I'll just go back to the person and be like, I'm sorry, you were actually right about this. At this point, I'm not actually afraid of admitting to someone that, they're right and I was wrong. Because if I was wrong, then I can correct it for the future. I can correct my way of thinking. But if they were, I was right and they were wrong, then, I feel pretty comfortable in the fact that I'll throw their blame right back at them. Not by involving myself like into some sort of no, it was you, no, it was you, no, it was you. Because those games go nowhere. People will fight to the death for this nonsense that they want to cling to. So, don't fight them over it. Just remove yourself if that's the option. Let them sit in their own misery and deal with stuff their own. What they say? They made the bed, let them sleep in it. And that's usually what I do now. It's like, I may offer advice, but rarely is it taken by people in general. And if that's the case, that's okay. So maybe they're not open to it right now, maybe later. But either way, I just leave them to their own devices. And, if they come around, they come around. If they don't, they don't. And, but one way or another, I will not be a victim. No more victim mentality. No more because it's the government. No more because it's my employer. No more because, it's this person or that person or another person. No, it's because me. And at first, that's hard thing to swallow, that you are where you are because you got yourself there. But, in doing so, you actually empower yourself. Because if you're the beginning and the end of all things, you have all the power in the world to change your circumstances. It may require tough choices, maybe gut-wrenching choices, removing certain people from your life, maybe having to change how you personally respond to things, digging up old pain, old wounds, and getting yourself right. But in the end, it is you. And, if you're a person that cares about yourself, you got to act accordingly. And that's, don't let people make you out to be a victim, a scapegoat. Don't let them blame you for their fucking problems. Oops, I cursed. Oh well, next time, maybe not. And just keep going. If, people blame you, remember, you're welcome. That kind of throw them off at first. They may even see you as arrogant. Believe me, I've heard that a few times. But, you know, I'm just not going to allow people um, to throw their nonsense on me. I'm not going to throw myself into the victim mentality because someone else can't handle their own issues. I've done that enough in my life, and I refuse to do it any longer. And so this video is, for you, because we're all going through something like that at one point or another. As long as we're dealing with other people, people have issues. Sometimes it's not a big deal. Sometimes, they don't involve them, but sometimes they do. And if you're being blamed for something, and whether you're at work being blamed for something by your boss, whether you're, blamed for something by your partner, your friend, significant other, whatever, remember, you're welcome. Yeah, let's just watch how they respond to that one. So if you like the content I'm creating, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you want a specific video, go ahead and comment it down below, or like to share a story, how you have experienced this kind of concept. And go ahead and hit the bell notification so that you're updated on the videos that I'm putting out all the time. And until next time, have a great day.